Meet Claudia. She enjoyed a full summer in Greece sailing her Etap 28 with her boyfriend Tobias. During a holiday in Greece, they found a good deal on a small boat and just went for it, without any real sailing experience. They bought it for 9,000 euros and after the season sold it again for 5,500, so they were able to sail a full summer in Greece for about 3,500 euros. Now, after some months of learning by doing, they've made all the mistakes, had some engine problems, made it work with the outboard, had a haul out after a line got in the prop, and many more moments to learn from. Join us for an interview about their first experience with Boatlife and how they made it work on a budget.
Yeah, so tell me a bit about yourself and why are you now on a boat in Greece?
What can I tell? Tobias and I, after COVID, we were like, what are we doing? We want to go, we want to see the world and travel. So we started last year, November, 6 months in Cape Town. The initial plan was that Tobias should build his own boat, but doing some things we didn't do that. So in May we came back and we were like, okay, then we just buy a boat and just go sailing. We didn't have any sailing experience. Like Tobias got his license, like what you can get in the Netherlands, like 1 and 2, but that's it. Like we maybe have like some days on a sailing boat, but we're with friends, and he loved it, and I will be more drinking wine and just enjoy the view. But yeah, so we bought a boat and just went to Greece, and that's what we did in June. And from June from June we sailed for 2 or 3 months now.
Cool. So you have been enjoying the Greek summer?
Yes, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Nice
it's the best
weather.
way to have a good start on a boat and find out if the boat life fits.
Waves. So yeah, the sea is calm, so that's nice.
Cool. And what kind of boat did you end up buying?
An Etap 28.
Yes.
The reason why we also got it, it's unsinkable. But that's also the reason we don't have a lot of storage space, and that's what we already... It's a little bit too small for us, but like for this first summer and to try it out, it's perfect. But yeah, it's an Etap 28.
For full-time living on board, you would say it's too small for you.
Small.
Yeah.
We also have a little dog. Tobias is 2 meters, so he can't stand at all. And we sleep not together, because he slept on the one side, because that's the only place where he can fit.
Yeah.
And I will sleep on the other side. And we also have a bed here down under, but we use it for all our stuff because we don't have any storage left, so that's where all our stuff goes. And we sleep in the living room.
Yeah. Can you show me around a little bit
Yes,
of the
of
boat?
course.
So we're now at the front of the boat.
Our beautiful shade.
You have a nice sun cover, which is really important in the Greek summer.
Yeah.
So that's nice. You have just like a nice sail setup. Have you had any troubles with anything, or was it mostly the sailing part was just learning by doing?
Learning by doing, and of course we had some troubles. Like on the first day we lost already our anchor. On the second day I got the propeller in the rope, so in the first week we already had like a lot of a danger, but learning doing the job, right?
Okay, so here we have the cockpit.
Yes, not big, just small, but for the two of us it's okay, it's perfect. Like,
So this is where you spend most of the time. Do you have like any electronics, or you use like your phone for navigation or a tablet?
We have a Garmin, and Tobias use his phone for the navigation.
Yeah. So you use Navionics on your phone to navigate.
Exactly, and that's it, I think. Yeah. With the wind the same. It's also just our apps or just checking out how's the wind.
Yeah. No wind meter on the boat to see like how strong it is.
We learned that the hard way in Nefkade here in Vasiliki.
Yeah.
Because then our boom just, how do you say it, like it's...
Oh yeah, the main sheet got loose, or it broke. Yes.
Yes, didn't attach anymore. So, but it was also a nice experience.
It was also a nice experience. I think that's a good way of like having like a smaller boat that.
Yeah, because nothing really can happen. It's the same with the anchor. We lost it, but like we only anchor at 2 or 3 meters deep, so you still can dive, and Tobias can just dive in and just found it and reattach it again, and it was just.
Pick it up again, and you have your anchor back again. Yeah, yes. I think it's the best way to start off with like a small boat, so you can just practice and have some experience, and also like a cheap way to get like the boat feel and see if it's something for you.
When something was broken, it wasn't that much of a cost, so that was also the reason why we got it. And if it will break down all of it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Kind of. Of course it's shit, but it's not like the worst thing that can
It's not the worst thing that can ever happen. And you told me already a little bit about like the owner that you bought it via a second-hand website.
Yes.
And it was a Dutch owner?
Yes, it was a Dutch owner, and he lives in Agandreas, nearby Kalamata. He is 84, like sailed around his whole life. So that was also nice for us, because when we bought the boat and we already had the first problems with everything, he was there to help us. And yeah, the first week we just worked together and rebuilding the boat, do everything again. And yeah, that was also very nice to have somebody that we can come back to.
Yeah. That sounds very nice. And can I ask what you paid for the boat to have this adventure this whole summer?
Only for the boat we paid 7,000 euros.
Yes.
And with the dinghy and the outside motor and everything,
yeah.
I think in the total 9,000.
Yes. And now you have decided to sell the boat again back to the old owner.
Yes, we did.
So you have so you have a really nice summer of sailing for
and really for the experience. Like that was just amazing. That was all why we did it.
Yes.
We know it will cost some money, but otherwise you would never do it. So.
No, it's the cheapest way to really find out like if the boat life is something for you.
And so it doesn't matter if something scratches or something happened, because you don't need to bring it back to the rental company and pay a lot of money. No, you will fix it yourself, and I think it's sometimes better to do.
And after this, I've heard like you've already like gotten bitten by the bug from the Boatlife bug. So
our initial plan was to stay in Greece till October, but we got like a nice opportunity back in South Africa, and we're gonna build a hobbit house there. So
something completely different.
Exactly. But yeah, I think we have a nice experience. If we go do that, stay 1 or 2 years in South Africa, and I think then we're gonna buy a bigger boat and sail around again.
Cool. So yeah, we'll probably see you back on the water.
Exactly, definitely.
Soon after that. And yeah, why do you think like the boat life is best? What attracts you to it?
Just the calmness, the easiness. I'm really a planner, and I already discovered in the first week you can't plan anything on the boat, not even 2 or 3 days ahead, because it's depending on the wind, the weather, or whatever. So yeah, you just go with the flow, and I really like that.
You have to go with the flow and take life every day and see what happens.
Exactly. It's just very easy. I also work a little bit, so I just sit here, amazing view, and that's it. It's just perfect. The only thing we're really busy about is like, what are we gonna eat? Yeah.
That's always like, because you have a small kitchen inside, I think we'll do a little bit of a tour after this inside.
Yeah, we didn't cook that much.
Yeah.
But also because we don't have a fridge, we have like a cooler box thing, so it only stays for 1 or 2 days.
You fill it up with ice.
Yeah, with ice. Just with buckets with ice. But yeah, first it was fine because it's only for summer. So yeah, we go out for dinner, or I get the groceries and I just cook that for that night. So, but it also depends if I had like a supermarket nearby or all the stuff. But, yeah.
And a cheaper boat also allows you to have like more budget for the other nice stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because in the end you're anchoring at the same place as someone with a €1 million plus boat.
Yeah.
So you can.
We still have the same view. Just
you have the same view. You have the same neighborhood. Just a little bit less luxuries and comfort. Just a little bit. Well, thank you for this outside, and yeah, I think maybe it's time to go see what's inside of the boat.
Cool.
Nice. So now we're inside of the boat.
Inside, the kitchen, living room, bedroom, everything in one.
Everything in one room.
Yeah. Now Tobias sleeps here.
Yes.
Because like he's 2 meters, it's the only place where his feet can.
And they can just slide under. Yes.
And this is where I sleep. So that's also not very nice. We can't sleep together because it's too small, too tiny. It doesn't work like that. And what I said, we don't really have storage space, so all our stuff are just everywhere.
The Etap boats are unsinkable, but they're filled up with foam to do that. So I think everything under is like filled up with foam.
Yes.
To make sure it floats even when you fill it up all the way with water.
Exactly.
Which is a nice idea, but then it leaves like no storage space for anything.
We only have storage space outside.
Yeah.
And we use the front bed also for all our stuff.
Yes.
So yeah.
Cool. So you have like a little kitchen on the side there.
Yeah, little kitchen. Don't really cook, what I already told. It's just like one thing, or easy pasta.
Yeah.
But yeah, or heat something up. That's also sometimes what we do. We take food home for takeaway, and then I heat it up the next day, and we still have nice food.
And you have the fridge there as well, like it's down
yeah, that's
there.
here. It's just with ice, and we put some stuff in it. But it's more for the cool beers.
Yes.
For 1 or 2 days.
And with water, what do you do with that? Do you have like jerry cans or is there a water tank in there?
We had a water tank, but it broke down, so we used just normal water in bottles.
Oh,
that's it. So
that's what you use for drinking and everything like that. Yes.
So yeah.
Nice, just like a simple setup, but like
it's a very simple setup. But just for the summer, it was, for me, if you ask me, it was fine. I think if you ask Tobias, because he can't stand here at all. Like I'm 160, 65, so you see, that's it.
That's it. If you're 2 meters, then it's a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like camping on the water. That's what we
it
normally
really
call
is.
sailing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it was nice because you're in Greece. The weather is nice. You're only outside. You only sleep here, and that's it.
Yes.
And if it's raining or not nice weather, we're all on land and chill there. So that's also fine. Just go on a restaurant.
Do you have any recommendations for people who are like, well, I want to try out maybe sail life, or they feel like I don't have enough experience? Well, you just did it but without any experience.
Just do it, like what we did. Buy a little boat or go sailing on a trip with some people. But I think because we did it by ourselves, we could do everything. So yeah, it was sometimes, most of the time, stressful, especially when the wind was not going our way or whatever. But yeah, it was nice because we learned a lot. And I think also for us a couple was sometimes hard, but yeah, it was cool because we did it together. Like now at the end of our trip, like it's so much easier now. And also for me, like I know if I want to go to the right with the helm, I need to steer to the left. Like that's some little things, but yeah, I'm proud of myself that I finally know how it's working. And yeah, that's just a nice experience. I wouldn't miss it. So just buy a boat and go for it. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a great idea. I think yeah, that's already it. Inside, that's the nice thing about like a smaller boat. That's we don't have an engine room or we don't have a technical room.
No.
What you see is what you get.
Exactly. Yeah. And also, if you want to go with the engine, we have to put the bed in, and it's
It, like that creates. It's just like a simple setup, but it's fine for a nice summer.
Exactly.
It's a great way to try out the
and
boat
to learn
life.
it.
Yes.
So.
Hi guys. Time for a short interruption again. This episode is sponsored by SailServer. It's an amazing product that you just plug into your network and it records all of your sailing trips. And you can also share them with your friends, which is really nice because we are now anchored in Las Palmas, Gran Canaria. So we're not actually doing any sailing ourselves anymore. But it's crossing season, so a lot of people are sailing across the ocean. So I can follow my friends all the way across the ocean on the app. I can see how they're doing, what their wind speed is, how much speed they're doing themselves, and how far they still have to go. It's really nice to follow them in this way until I actually do some sailing and talk to them. They have it connected to their Starlink, so you can connect it to any other Wi-Fi network you have on board. But when you're close to shore, it has a built-in SIM card, so you don't actually need to connect it to anything. It just works standalone, just by plugging it into your network. It also provides a remote anchor watch, which is a really amazing function for people that are living on board and leaving their boat on anchor for a long time. So I really like it. I hope you like it as well. You can get 10% discount with the code BoatLifeIsBest10. And back to the video.
So yeah, after spending the whole Greek summer on a sailboat, which is probably like one of the best ways to experience Greece, what do you think you will take away to a next boat that you're buying, or
a bigger boat?
Yes.
For me, I think a kitchen just with a normal fridge would be nice, and that Tobias just can stand up. That would be amazing. Like we don't need a lot of space, but because he just can stand normally and I can cook normally, it costs more because we go out every night, and then I don't want that, and I love to cook, so it would be amazing if I just can, if also go off grid, there isn't a restaurant or a bar, that we just can say, it's cool, we go for a few days and we stay there, because we have our fridge, our kitchen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's nice, so yeah, just like a little bit of an upgrade in size and luxury.
Exactly.
Just to make the life a little bit easier and also more for the long time. Like these boats are not built for living on board.
No, like for this summer it was perfect, it was nice, but if you want to go still longer, no, it won't. It isn't sustainable because also for us, like we're always together because the same now. We want to shot inside. He's still sleeping and he needs to get out. So yeah.
That's what happens. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you're constantly traveling between, well, now in Greece, but you also said you were going to South Africa.
Yes.
So in what ways do you guys make money, like to pay for it, or?
We flipped houses in the Netherlands. We did that 2-3 times. We still have one house now in the Netherlands that we rent out on Airbnb. And I work as a VA, so I work 60 to 80 hours per month, so that's nice. That sustains this living. And when we are in the Netherlands, Tobias works as a constructor, so it also makes some money.
Yep.
But it's very easy. Just go to the Netherlands, work 1 or 2 weeks, and then we can go again. So yeah.
Yeah. And the boat life or the life you have in South Africa is like a lot cheaper than
way cheaper, yeah.
The life there. So if you save up some money, you can already go for quite a long time.
Exactly. That's also what we did last time. And now we sold one more house, so it's way easier now.
Yeah.
That's also why we could buy the boat.
Yeah. I see you have a little pirate right next to you.
Yes, Loki.
How is he enjoying boat life?
I think it's nice. The first days was rough for him because also the sea wasn't that easy, but now he's got used to it. And I think he likes it. He even make like his own little helmet. So yeah, he chills around. And yeah, he's just happy that he's with us. and also for him it's a little bit too small because he can't really walk around and play. But yeah, so we go. Normally we sail for 4 or 5 hours, and then just anchor somewhere and go on land, and he can play again.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Nice. Well, thank you for showing around and sharing your interesting story about just buying a boat without any experience and just having an amazing summer in Greece.
Yeah.
I think it's a big inspiration to a lot of other people who just like were thinking about it but are having all kinds of thoughts, all kinds of reasons to not do it. I think this is shows like the reason is just do it and enjoy the summer.
Work out. Only if it's for a few months, it's fine. But then you have experience and go look for the bigger or better boats.
Yes, and it's the best way I think to just try it out, see if it's something for you, and then you will also know like what you need in a bigger or better boat.
Yes, that's true.
And what you don't need. Thank you, Claudia, and have a great last few weeks here in Greece, and
thank you.
Good luck on your next adventures.